What's up, everybody? I know it's good. Y'all gotta forgive me. I didn't run this morning. I had to go put in 8 hours at the part-time. But y'all forgive me taking my shirt off because it's humid at night around this month. So it's double the sweat. And so I'm a work in practice. He ain't done with me yet. Whew, my love. I'm gonna make it quick as I get my cool down, my stroll. Y'all forgive me. Man, that's why I try to do it in the morning before the sun comes out. Even the sun down, the humidity, hell, I had to stop twice, and I never stop. But that humidity, man, get in your body and start clogging shit up and slowing things down, even your speech. When you run against that humidity, even in the evening time when the sun is going down, it's a beast. Mary Max, thank you for this. Tell you, girl, it's life is safe, but thank you. All right, y'all. If y'all can bear with me, it's something I want to share. Hold on, just sweat like damn. I'll tell you, it'll be worth it. All this to be worth it. Probably by the end of August, end of September, if I keep this pace up. Have this pandemic barely gone. Maybe if I start eating all those damn apples that I bought, and those peaches and those damn nectarines, they might help out in the process. And stop sneaking even the occasional Coors Light or Bud Light. Cause I think that interrupts the process. Only every once in a while I'll sneak up there and get a cool one. So, but anyway, okay, damn. Okay, sorry, I turned away. It was rude. But just trying to get it together. You work out and run and shit. You know what I'm talking about. So shout out to my folks who getting it in that exercise, because when the pandemic is over, God damn it, it's over. Or when they say, hey, this is 100%, get out there. So y'all better take advantage of this. So anyway, let me do my house cleaning the same way I do when I'm talking in the mornings. In case you didn't know, I have this short story that I wrote a few years ago. It's entitled, The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. Conversation with my absent biological father who never wanted to be found. And at age 22, I found out by accident who my actual biological father is. And yes, I say by accident, I guess it was a secret that was never supposed to get out, you know. Had the stepdad and all that stuff in place. But anyway, my aunt spilled the beans. Rest in peace, my Aunt Pat, love you dearly. Even, you know, when you're alive, same thing. Still love you the same way, probably even more. But anyway, so I found out, and but I didn't make contact with him via telephone and stuff like that until the age of like 26, something like that, when I graduated, because I found out about him when I was undergrad at Grambling. And it wasn't until I graduated years later with my master's social work that I made contact, and I went back home to Memphis, and I made contact with him. And I remember when I called the number that I found, Mary Max. She said, "You doing she said, "You doing a damn thing, ain't you? Now get them weights in there." I guess you can see the flab. So anyway, I got a number and I called him, and when he said hello and he told his name, I had to lay the phone down because I couldn't believe that I was hearing my voice on the other end of that receiver. And so anyway, I asked him to meet up with him, and he said, no, I don't think that'll be a good idea. We'll just have to let fate handle that. And so anyway, years went on, and I continue to call him because it's in the short story. All of this I'm telling y'all is in the short story, plus more stuff. And I kept contact. You know, I even logged how long when I called him. I always called him, and how long we talked on the phone. Sometimes it never went past 2 minutes at max each phone. It was 2 minutes or less, because he would say what he want to say. I was careful not to ask any question like, why'd you leave, blah, blah, blah. I didn't care about that. Hell, I'm grown, working with a master's degree and all this shit. So I just wanted to see what the guy looked like so I can, get some identity. And that's a lot of kids are robbed of their biological identity when mothers don't tell who their fathers are. And so we're robbed. So anyway, years went on, and he would always say no, and he would say, I would ask, so you have other children? Yeah, I have 2 other sons. Back then, they were like 6 and 8. So you think I can meet them? Nah, I don't think that'd be a good idea. We'll let fate handle that. It would sound just like that, I'm telling you, I'm not exaggerating. And then, after years went on, from 96 to 2004, I didn't say anything, and then I just decided in 2008, Christmas Day, December 25th, 2008, to just go ahead and look up some addresses because I knew his name. And 5 of them popped up. I told my brother, man, let's go on Christmas Day. Hey, Heather. What's up, good? And I said, and I went, and I got in my car. I told my brother to come with me. And I said, look, we're going to check out all of these, addresses. Let's try this one out here. My brother's like, man, that's too far. That's way out there. He said, let's try this one. It's close. Let's start here. I said, no, let's start way out there and work our way up. And so we started all the way out there. And guess what? The house that I picked first turned out to be his house. And I'm quicken the story by saying, I knocked on the door, and to my disbelief and just wonderment and surprise, my body came out from behind that door. I just stared at him. And my brother came from around me and said, hey, my name is Eric, what's up? I said, hey, hello, Eric. And I said, hey, I'm Rico. Oh, hey, Rico. And so he asked me, so how did you find me? I was like, Google, MapQuest, Google, I said, well, I have to give you an A for effort because I've worked aggressively to prevent you from ever finding me. So if you'd like to read the rest of the story, it's called The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. It's only $10. It's a PDF format. So if you send $10 to $Rico the Opinionist or PayPal, please send an email address so I can mail you your copy of the PDF. Thank you so much in advance. Yeah, so if you decide to hit that Cash App, put the email address in the message part of the Cash App. It's on this page. When you get through looking at the video, all the information about how to purchase the PDF or the book, the short story, is on that. It's on that Facebook page and on my YouTube channel, Rico the Opinionist. And you like, share, subscribe at your own risk. Because I know I wear a size 58 shoe, and I unintentionally, accidentally step on toes. Y'all have to forgive me. But I'm going to let my thoughts flow on my damn Facebook page and my YouTube channel. So I want to get into this only topic I have, unless y'all know how I veer off and start talking about other stuff. Depends on what comes to mind. So, Alfonso Ribeiro's been in the news lately. Alfonso Ribeiro, I hope I spelled his name correctly. You remember him, Carlton Banks, and him winning Dance with the Stars. And he's also known as Carlton Banks from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. And I've always liked him I guess I don't know him, but I've always liked him as an image. I've always liked him as an image. Alfonso Ribeiro, he went on about his life, got married, and he had his children, and he never, it's one of those black dudes that, the black females wasn't feeling anyway, because he act, they say kind of like, Oreo-ish, or he, they would say he act more white. He didn't have that brother swagger. So I'm sure that sisters probably would have been checking for him in the first place. So needless to say, he married his white woman and he moved on about his life. He never looked back at black. He didn't. He never. I don't recall him ever doing anything with black people except for dance with Michael Jackson in that Pepsi commercial when he was like 11 years old. Y'all remember that? Pepsi Freedom or whatever it was. The Pepsi New Generation, my bad. And then he was the best friend to Ricky Schroeder, who turned out to be a real asshole. Conservative jackass. Damn. I mean, just a grumpy little conservative punk. But he played on Silver Spoons with Rick Schroeder when he was like a teenager, probably 13, 14, or 50, something like that. And then kind of disappeared, but he was always working in, white world and white America. And I've always liked him. You know why? Because, see, people marry interracially all the time. They do. Black men do, white women, black women do. And the ones that I respect and I don't bother are those like him, who marry their white women, they have they non-black children, they move on about their lives. I don't have a problem with that. See, I have a problem with these folks who marry out but still got mouth for black folks. Shut the fuck up. You done made your choice. You jumped the fence, now keep your ass over there, Candace Owens. But anyway, Alfonso for the last 35, 40 years in show business has moved on with this. If you saw, the children look very Caucasian. And like Byron Allen. Byron Allen had nothing to do with black folks. He moved on with his life and got rich. All of a sudden, when he wanted to make a deal, Byron Allen, he wanted to then weaponize his blackness just to get what he wants as an individual. You have to have your rights. Our rights are being attacked by this unconstitutional. When he wanted those cable stations, they turned them down, him and his little white partners. And so he began, so since they couldn't get it, he weaponized his blackness. See, that wasn't cool, Byron Allen, because you didn't do anything with black folks. Now, I'll give it to him. Now, he always had black comedians on his show, so I'm not going to do that. But still, for the most part, Byron Allen didn't hang out with black folks. Him and his non-black daughters, he lived his life. I remember Byron Allen when he was a young man on Real People. He was goofy and kind of nerdy then, but he's a billionaire, damn near half a billionaire. He's done quite well, but I don't like it when these folks who marry out still try to use their black card like they've been discriminated against or some harm has been done to them by the racist system. You knew it was racist when you decided to lay down with the sons and daughters of racists. Duh. So anyway, Alfonso Ribeiro, nice man. I think his image has always been clean. You had never heard anything from this dude. But all of a sudden, most recently, Alfonso Ribeiro, I don't know if he's complaining or he's I guess as he gets into his 40s, heading to 50, if he isn't 50 already, it's like, damn, black people don't fool with me. And that bothers me now. Because he said, look, I guess I can buy a ticket to the BET Awards, but I'm not. How come they don't invite me, Byron Allen? I'm sorry, I'm talking about Byron. Alfonso Ribeiro. If you wanted anything to do with black people, you could have been engraced into the culture a long time ago, until the race. Because this other stuff, BET culture, that's not black culture. That's what's that? Who owns them? Yeah, that's that white corporate culture. They pushing a bunch of hoes and Negroes. But anyway, it's Viacom culture. That ain't black culture. And so, but anyway, Alfonso Ribeiro, you ever been to a black club or a black family reunion or, a black any event? Now, you can say you've been to the NAACP Image Awards, but that's for, thank you, Mary Max Viacom. Well, that's for people like you who are interracially married and got mixed kids. I'm talking about a real black event. I wouldn't say the Hip Hop Awards, because I wouldn't go to that trash. Not even hardly the BET Awards, but meaning for you, have you done anything that was surrounded 80 to 90% black people? Did you ever try to get on a black sitcom after The Fresh Prince? I'm just saying, bro. Wait a minute. You were on a black sitcom. You were on and we were on LL Cool J show. Was that In the House? And I love that show. You were good on that show too, bro. You and Kim Wayans. And one thing, speaking of Kim Wayans, she married a white man too. But you know what? Kim Wayans never took both feet out of the black community. She didn't bother anybody, but we still love her. She never said anything about black men did this to her. They didn't like her. She married her white man and she moved on. Yeah, did you go to any black expos, Alfonso Ribeiro? So you know what I'm talking about? There are black folks who are married to non-black people, but they didn't let that whiteness overcome them. They just, hey, that's just who I'm married to. But you, Alfonso, you married a white woman and went completely all the way there. Then all of a sudden, I don't know what's going on with white America with you. They seem to love you. You worked every year. So what is it that you want from black people, Alfonso Ribeiro? What do you want, man? Tell us. What do you want from us? You want validation? You want acceptance? You could have always been accepted, brother. Kim Wayans, we still love her. No, she got a white man. We don't care. No, Byron Allen, we really don't care. I just didn't like that little slick movie tried to pull by using his black card to try to wheel and deal. But other than that, we still respect and like Byron Allen. No. Yeah. And we liked you too, brother. Did you know that? A lot of people like you, Alfonso, because you're a clean-cut dude. You ain't bother nobody. Some people back and forth the way back in the day when you and Will were like attacking Aunt Viv and calling her a bitch and stuff. And I saw those videos where you were talking about her and saying she was a bitch and all of that. Yeah, we saw that, but other than that, man, she's squeaky clean. So what do you want, Alfonso? What do you want from black? Why are you concerned about if black people like you or not right now, brother? I'm just concerned. I mean, I'm just curious. I'm sorry. Because you went on a few sites, a few news. But, I mean, I guess now you're going to go on Good Morning America? What you call? You know, hit some of these black bloggers up. Hit some of these black blogs up, bro. You come on my YouTube channel and have a discussion about it. I'm curious. I like you. You know. Huh? It's down to his interesting thing. You know. No, you know, so it's the way they do it. You know, there's a lot of black actors and actresses. What's up, David Pierce? There's a lot of actors and actresses who are married to white folks, but they never took their whole body out of their black community. Did you know that was possible? Or did you purposely structure your life that you would never run parallel or run into black people and black people causes? You didn't go to a black college, but you don't have to go to a black college. You can go white school. Did you hang out with blacks at your white college if you went to college? Do you do anything around black people? And then for you to mention, let me tell you something. Let me point out your condescension right there and your ignorance. You sound like a white man when you said this silly shit. Well, you know, BET, you know, they didn't buy me a ticket or something. Why do you think, so it lets me know there's something wrong with you. Why do you think BET is the pinnacle of our race? They're right there, brother. Marquette, Kathy, why did you throw a BET like that is the flagship of the black race? You sounded like an out-of-touch white man when you said that silly shit. BET is not the flagship of my race. You mean you want to be embraced by the entertainment community, black community, or the black race period? That's what you want, Robert Lee. Wayne Brady. But look, man, thank you, Robert. He said, the game shows for him ain't it. Wayne Brady is another one. Well, Wayne Brady was another one of those brothers who had stepped all the way out, but Dave Chappelle was able to help him out with the help of the late great Paul Mooney. Was able to help give him some semblance of black existence in the black community, because he was another one that moved all the way out. And then they wonder why black people look at you side-eye. Man, come on. What have you done with black? He's another one that didn't date black and all of that. He was doing a little goofy ass acts, whatever. Look what happens now. Whatever that little goofy ass show he still does, and you know, he was the first black dude on TV with them tight ass pants and a bald head. So, you know, but we like Wayne Brady, and I think they gave him a bad deal. But Dave Chappelle brought him over. He's cool, I guess. But what I don't like, who else? Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle. Y'all know, y'all shaking Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle didn't marry nobody black either. Mary Mack says, just curious, has Will Smith been on BET for any reason? Alfonso needs to research black events before wanting to be involved. Yeah, he just wanted to appear. You know, but I don't know, because, yeah, Alfonso, you might be so, you know, European-minded that you probably can't even connect even with the intellectual blacks. So you're probably too far gone, brother, but we still respect you as it relates to your image. But you did come off as an out-of-touch white man when you said that old shit. Well, BET, like that's the flagship of our race. It's not. BET is not the flagship of our race. Matter of fact, those of us with intelligence, we reject BET. BET is a bunch of bullshit, sir. So try something else. NAACP is not the flagship of our race. A lot of us rebuke that bullshit too. You know, you probably do better going to the Trumpet Awards. You know, that's pretty cool. You know, back to Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle didn't get in grace until black people. When did he get? Until he started when he started the Chappelle Show and started doing black and started doing black stereotypes on the Chappelle Show. That's when he got really deep into the black community. Because Dave Chappelle wasn't a black comedian for black people. Dave Chappelle was like a comedian who went around like these big white colleges. He did that kind of humor. Y'all do go look at that weed movie he did. Dave Chappelle wasn't a great comedian with black people until he did Chappelle Show and doing black stereotypes on his show. He reached what he called the lower brow, the lower thinking blacks. And then all of a sudden, he became mainstream. Then black people just found him to be funny. He is funny, but in a lot of regards. Because he has that kind of protection. He can say a whole lot of stuff that a lot of black comedians can't say. Y'all never figured that out? He can talk about the LGBT and still get his $50 million back. But in nobody else, because he has that white connection. Dave Chappelle, they want to say, he's the greatest comedian ever. No, he's not. He's a good comedian. He's cool. But he still got an Asian wife, and he still uses black. He weaponizes his black to yell the N-word all day long, and Negroes sit around shucking and jiving and grinning at this motherfucker. And he gets to yell and push all these black stereotypes and do the N-word and all this all day long. And then he's so protected, he get to talk about the LGBT. They tried to throw a little smoke his way, but he was protected by an entity that a lot of these black comedians are not protected by. Did I say too much just then? I pay attention to a lot of stuff. A lot of people don't. So anyway, Alfonso, my man, you need to, I don't know who you need to talk to. Please don't talk to Al Sharpton. And I guess talking to Minister Farrakhan, you know, the people in the nation will think you cool because you talk to him. How about you just be yourself, man, and start checking out some black events. Maybe get into some movies. Don't do black stereotypes. Just move on. I mean, not move on, but how about just say hi? You know, because see, people need to recognize your background. I don't think you were raised around blacks, so you don't know the intricacies and the flavor and the rhythm of blacks. You're just like a Caucasian who was raised in the deepest suburbs of Montana. Or probably in the mountains of Montana. You have no clue. And then even you just, you know, even your facial expression, just, you Caucasian, bro. It's cool. But I like you. I go out and have a drink with you and talk to you because I like you. I wouldn't disrespect you, but I'm gonna tell the truth. Yeah, I kick it with you, man. You know, and I ask if that Carlton dance and get us some chicks to the table for sure. Get out there and I'll probably do it with you. Yeah, fuck that. Well, it's unusual to be loved by anyone. Yeah, we'll kick it, bro. Do me cry, let everybody die. We'll kick it, bro. So, but anyway, I just want to share those thoughts. Alfonso, get it together, brother. And don't start talking shit because you think black people are disrespecting you. When were you ever connected? That's the question you should ask yourself. When were you ever connected? Don't tell me, my mother's black. I have black aunts. Don't do that. That's stupid. Just relax. Just relax, brother. That's all. And you know, if you want black people to accept you, well, find out what black people are and just say hi. Introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Alfonso Ribeiro. It's nice to meet you. You know, you don't have to start eating soul food and shit. But if you want to try it, that's cool. A lot of us trying to get away from it because hell, it keeps us with diabetes and high blood pressure and shit. But man, a good sweet potato pie, some good spaghetti, Lord Jesus. Somebody make some greens, some good turnips and collards mixed with some turkey meat in there, some good cornbread and pinto beans, my Lord. Good, the best fried chicken in the skillet, cast iron skillet. Shit. The best barbecue in Memphis. See, eat that every once in a while. You don't eat a lot of it. But anyway, Alfonso, it's cool, bro. It can be done. Just ask some other people how it's done. So anyway, be cool, y'all. Unless y'all have some questions for me real quick. So you can't come out to the house and come to the field and expect to be accepted and trusted. That's right, because Robert, he might be trying to do like a documentary, how to be accepted to the black community. And I'm telling you as an actual black man, don't go with the stereotypes. I know it's a large audience for stereotype blacks who, for people to do black stereotypes, don't do that. Because a lot of us don't have good sense. We think all that shit is funny. Boy, he told him, boy, he be tripping. Dave Chappelle smoking weed, and I guess that's supposed to be our entire race. A bunch of weed smoking people. So he always pushing, smoking weed and hollering N-word and all that. But Dave Chappelle is married to an Asian. You never heard him do an Asian slur, have you? Y'all pay attention to these people who are married to other folks, but they still want to be around black folks. They use all the N-words, but they never use the racial slur of who they're married to. Dave Chappelle is the biggest violator. The biggest violator. None of them. Fat Joe, and what's that fat fucking sorry DJ Khaled? They use the N-word all day long, and married to non-blacks. I'm not saying because you're married to somebody black, you should be using it. You shouldn't be using a racial slur at all. But y'all watch these black folks who are famous, married to non-blacks, and they thinking they being cool by using N-words and insulting black people every day. Y'all watch them. One thing I can say about you, Alfonso Ribeiro, you never did that, brother. You never did anything that was uncool, anything that was criminal. You never put out that image, and I appreciate you. That's why I like you. I respect you for that. Because I don't know you personally, but I'm just saying what you've shown on television and all that, except for that you and Will making fun of Bill when y'all were young like that. No, you did a video probably like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. You were speaking at some college and called her a bitch. She was a bitch. Like, see? I didn't see you make up with her either. Yeah, and so my Mary Mac said, oh, and the biracial using the N-word. Yeah, Drake and J. Cole, these biracial folks with white mother and a white father using the N-word, and y'all just let them slide. But they don't ever use a racial slur of their white mother, their white father, do they? Or their Jewish mother, their Jewish father, do they? Drake or Drake especially. And his mama white and Jewish, he never used a racial slur for white folks nor Jews in his music. And y'all sit around and call him a good rapper. I know, I'm a nobody talking about somebody, trying to tell everybody. Anyway, it's about to get dark on me, so I just want to say what's up. It can be done, Alfonso, but don't try to come in the door using racial stereotypes, okay? Just come in respectfully, say hello, to some real black folks, not these stereotypes. Don't come in through rap music because we don't like those raggedy bastards. Don't come in through some kind of Negro reality show like a Black Ink or Hip Loving Hip Hop or Real Housewives, none of that trash. Come in as the man that you are. Just say what's up. You don't have to, plead your case. Just say what's up. I mean, it sounds like you want to be reconnected. And that's cool. Maybe do a documentary and say hello. That's all. My quest says, I like your commentations, real talk. Yeah, I just try to keep it simple, Marquetta. Keep it simple. No, I'll talk to anybody. No, we're going to talk, reality and not try to push false narratives. Let's just have a conversation. So yeah. So Alfonso and anybody else who's married to other people, but you decide to go all the way into their white family and their white culture, then you wonder why black people don't. Well, it's not like we reject you. We don't even pay you any attention because you moved on. And that's fine. We don't care. We really don't. You don't hurt our feelings. I wish you'd take some of these old weirdo black folks with you when you decide to leave. Got it? Okay, y'all. Y'all be cool. We'll talk again in the future. And again, before I leave, the book is still, the short story is always on sale. $10 Cash App. Please send an email address if you'd like a copy of the short story. Some people on here, my girl Mary Mack says this is a page turner. There are people who say it's an emotional roller coaster, those who bought it already. Share the word. I'll talk to y'all in the morning. I had to run tonight because I did an 8-hour today at the part-time. So y'all fool with me if you're cool with me. Talk to y'all later. Peace.